At the last Otter Creek Town Hall meeting, I called Don the count out on his wife, Rosemary, doing corrupt things in Town Hall. For example, look at this. All the way back June 14th, 2012, she's sharing YouTube videos of all things. They hate the YouTuber, yet they love... Wait, hold a second. Those are not otters. How ironic is it that a YouTuber moves into town and they don't like YouTubers in Otter Creek because they actually share accountability, and yet at the same time, all the way back in 2012, Rosemary and let's see, who else was it? Let's see right here. It was Sandra at Cedar Key. Okay, so Cedar Key and Otter Creek are sharing videos about none other than meerkats. All right? Meerkats. So we can confidently say that both individuals, that person in Cedar Key and Rosemary in Otter Creek, are watching YouTube videos on company time. And yes, Otter Creek is a company ran by the residents who elect the council members. Then they hire an office, oh boy, what would you call Rosemary? Oh, a corrupt clerk. That's what I would call her. And what's she doing? She's watching YouTube videos of all things. Now, I would understand if these were cute little otters. I would understand if it was what the Hales even. Because you want to know. Did I just start it? Whoa. Well, we know what she spent the town's money and their time on. YouTube, of all places. Extremely interesting email right here. So Cindy from the Florida League of Cities asks, "Good afternoon, Rosemary. Can you please tell me what the town's waiting period is for new hires?" Now, before we look at her answer, let's keep in mind that Rosemary is hired by the town, paid for by the town residents, and she's running no less than 3 businesses out of Town Hall. And I'm not talking about Town Hall. She's corruptly using Town Hall residents' money, Town Hall residents' time, Town Hall residents' resources, and running different businesses, such as Lady Pirate. Their little, that little boat that went out, took fishing charters, Avon, and so many other things. This is what's interesting. Hi, we do not have a waiting period for new hires. Rosemary, town clerk, town of Otter Creek. Interesting that they don't have a waiting period for new employees. As a matter of fact, they didn't have anything for new employees. To this day, to my understanding, there's not even a job description. At least there wasn't at some point in the recent past. And that's one of the things Mary has talked to about Attorney Worm constantly in the emails is there's no job description. Nobody knows what the person is supposed to do. And yet Rosemary's husband, Don the Con, who is now reelected, even though he hasn't been elected because there's been no actual election, because there's no need for an election, because there was nobody actually running against anybody because Stuart Stewart dropped out, is on town council again. And he wanted not resumes for the town clerk, but applications for the town clerk. I want a waiting period to find out if these people should even be hired or not. Corrupt individuals just like Rosemary and Mary. The main issue in Otter Creek is always that water. The water in Otter Creek. The water. That water real good. Except we can see here Thursday, May 24th, 2012, 2:30 p.m. As you're aware, rainfall, lake levels, groundwater levels, spring flows, stream flows are extremely low. The U.S. Drought Monitor classifies the vast majority of the district as being in an exceptional drought. Okay, now that was 2012. In 2023/2024, there was more rain this past winter than people who have lived in Otter Creek for 30 years have ever seen. So at this point, there's a major water shortage, as we can see here. Please be advised that the Suwannee River Water Management District staff will be recommending the governing board on May 29, 2012, to declare a water shortage to help reduce demands on available supplies. Water shortage restrictions are a demand management tool that can be used to address short-term hydrological conditions. Now, those who don't know what hydrological means, that's just water, okay? So even in 2012, even all the way back then, it's not the aspect of clean water. It's literally the aspect of clean water and not enough of it for the residents of Otter Creek, which the good news is the Suwannee River Water Management is trying to pipe in water from Bronson. So if Otter Creek's right here, Bronson's over here, and over here is Cedar Key. And so everybody along the way, Elsie and Rosewood and anybody else will be able to really just pipe in to this fresh water. And Otter Creek residents, for the first time ever, will get fresh water to drink that doesn't destroy their teeth. And I just got back from the dentist. How are they looking? They looking okay? Oh, by the way, I have to get a root canal. So that's not good. A root canal, this is what's crazy. I have a crown up here and I have to get a root canal through the crown, or the crown has to come off, root canal go through, new crown go on. Can you blame it on Otter Creek water? I mean, I'm pretty confident that Otter Creek has messed up my teeth and probably a few more things with me as well. Otter Creek's response to a water shortage, we can see right here. Now, this was Brent, and he was their lawyer at this point. So he says to Steve, "Hey, Steve, thanks for calling me yesterday. I attended the town council meeting last night. Town council decided they would cooperate with you in disseminating." Boy, we know from Judge Craig DeThomasis, disseminating, that word, totality and disseminating. Disseminating just means sharing the information. Like this information is being shared right now. This is all public information. The water shortage information to the town's residents. I copied Rose, or Don the Con's wife, our town clerk, or we could call her the town corrupt clerk, in this email. So you each have each other's information and we can work towards that goal. So he then responds, "Brent, thank you for the update. It was a pleasure talking with you. Rose, brochures are available on the district's website. Also, if the town puts a conservation message on the utility bills, let me know so we can recognize that the town for its efforts." From Steve. Rosemary up top. "Steve, we're putting the message on the water bills stating please conserve water, and enclosing the water conservation tips from your website with the water bills." Now, this is interesting to me. In a town where they don't even have their own website, in a town where they don't like technology, in a town where they want to keep outsiders out, in a town that doesn't want any advancement moving forward for the good of the people, now actually can get on a website. Now, we know Rosemary knows how to get on YouTube. We know Rosemary is watching YouTube and passing it along with other people, but now she's actually going to get tips, information, and learn and teach others as well, and put it on the water bill. Of all places, just please conserve water. Please conserve water. This is water that can't even be drunk. You know what? That's the wrong word. I was just thinking of Russ the Sus when I said that word, and John Crook. Dranken. That's the better word right there. This is water that can't be dranken very well. Reality back then, the most important thing to Rosemary, Don the Con, and some others was spay and neutering cats. Yep, all the wild cats. Now, you would think that somebody would have taken care of that, or that the alligators in the area would have taken care of that, but that's not the way that it went. As a matter of fact, they would have somebody come in. Her name was Dr. Cat. K-A-T. Don't get that mixed up with C-A-T. K-A-T. Now, here's the crazy part, okay? They put this whole spade neuter program together. They put traps around. They're capturing the cats. Then they're releasing the cats so they wouldn't multiply. Even though I'm not sure that feral cats, I mean, there's a danger there for sure, right? But the benefit is they're getting all those little critters that would get into things. Now, you probably wouldn't even have all those little critters if people in the area would actually clean up their properties, right? Okay, you get that, I get that. And here's the craziest part of it all. Dr. Cat wants information to go out on water bills. Rose says, no. My water bills, Dr. Cat, are already printed and they go out tomorrow. I made stickers for mailing labels, free cat spay and neuter program for Otter Creek, Rosewood, Cedar Key residents. Let me know if this is okay. I don't know if my hubby will give me any time to volunteer on a weekend. Now that's where I want to stop right there. Okay. All right. I realize days of the old, and I realize that that you work together as a team. As a matter of fact, talking about a team here. Hey, Christian.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on? Where's the other part of the team? Whoa, I swear she was just there.
I do too.
She was just there. Would you give Patience time to volunteer on a weekend?
Sure.
Okay. Would she have to ask you permission?
No.
So she would just literally do it.
Yeah.
Or would she go, hey, I'm going to go volunteer this weekend?
That'd be great, but I mean, she wouldn't have to.
So basically, whatever she wants, you're cool with.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go the exact same direction as well. That I think probably yours and Patience's relationship is a lot like a relationship that I'm in, to where if George comes to me and goes, hey, I'm going to go do this, then that's what it is. If she goes, I want to do this, then that's what it is. She's an adult. She has freedom. She makes her own decisions. Now, sometimes, as Christian, I'm sure you may agree, sometimes they make bad decisions. Agree or disagree? Wait, on camera. And she just walked back in.
I don't honestly have any idea.
What?
Do you ever make bad decisions, Patience?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So sometimes our significant others can make bad decisions. Sometimes they make good decisions. But the point is, it's their decision. Okay? Patience.
Yes.
Patience. If Christian comes to you and he says, hey, well, let me ask it better this way. Pepper, baby Pepper. I know there's toys everywhere. We're cleaning them up. I promise. So, does Christian have to ask you permission if he wants to go and volunteer somewhere?
No.
What would Christian say to you?
I'm gonna go do this.
And that's it, right?
Yeah, I'll be back at this time.
And because he's an adult and he can make his own decisions. Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. And Christian, you do the same to Patience, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm giving you the camera back. Okay. So this is what I find astonishing, that a grown adult says, Donald the Conald probably won't let me volunteer for the weekend. And I realize relationships used to be a little bit different, but respect for one another in a relationship never differs whatsoever. So she goes on to say, I don't know if my hubby will give me any time to volunteer on a weekend. Maybe, wait, hold a second. Maybe it's because she's running 3 different businesses in town hall illegally. You can run any business you want legally from your own home, from your own office, from anywhere that isn't town hall. But she goes on to say, I'm going to try and get a couple of days out of him tonight. You know what that sounds like to me? Sounds like she's going to manipulate him with some... there are some ladies that use their power to manipulate their men, and Rosemary could have been one of those. She might have sweet talked him that night. I'll be mailing water bills tomorrow with stickers on the back and an arrow to the front, so they will turn it over. Rosemary Severino, who needs permission from Donald the Conald to do whatever she wants, because apparently she's not an adult. Rosemary wasn't just on YouTube. She was on Craigslist as well. You see this right here? Craigslist Advisory, June 27th, 2012. Hello, the Town of Otter Creek Homecoming Committee thinks it would be a nice addition to their annual festivities. That is festivities, right?
I think so, yeah.
Please send photos and a contact number. Thank you so much, Rosemary. This is all from Craigslist. Now, she's asking about a cane grinder. Any idea what that is?
No.
Do you think it's sugar cane?
I think so.
Patience is saying, yeah, it's got to be sugar cane. Okay. Let's see. Right here. See, Ford cane grinder. Right there as well. Cane grinder. These are the only emails, because we're going forward in time. There's only 2. I don't see anything that anybody responded to her, but she's on Craigslist. If this is a legitimate getting on Craigslist to find something, do I ever have you guys go on Craigslist and look for stuff?
No, I've never done it.
Oh, well, we got all these lists of things we have to do right here. This is another list of things to do right here. This is another list right here. And none of it is Craigslist, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't put you guys on Craigslist, right? I'd be like, hey, we could maybe find something on Craigslist. But why a cane grinder of all things? And my second and probably most important question is, what festivities? The town of Otter Creek literally wants to be and do nothing. Literally nothing. The biggest thing that's happened to Otter Creek in quite some time, Christmas in the Creek. And who wasn't there? Don McCon, Russ the Sus, Rosemary, Mary, and we didn't have any cane grinder. But what we did have is Belinda and Doug as Santa and Mrs. Claus giving out all kinds of canes. Candy canes.
What are you doing, silly? Are you laughing? You're just laughing like crazy.
She's like, I'm not gonna do it on camera.
She was just laughing.
Yeah, she was going crazy.
She was going crazy laughing when we were talking about the... Oh, there she goes!
There she goes. There she goes. You silly. You silly pickle. You just... Yeah. There you go.
Okay, I got more things that'll make her laugh as I get into more of these emails. Oh, Pepper, you're gonna think this one's funny. Yeah, I know you are. You're gonna find it hilarious. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. Like, Daddy, why are you filming me? So somebody emailed Rosemary, okay? Eric Ashburn. My name is Eric. I'm working on compiling a database for all the retirement plans for each city in Florida, okay? Now, that's pretty funny, all right? That somebody's asking Rosemary what the retirement plan is for the employees of Otter Creek. She goes on to say, Eric, or hello, Eric. The town of Otter Creek has no retirement program. We have one part-time... That right there. The town of Otter Creek has no retirement program. The town of Otter Creek has no programs at all for anything. They don't even have clean water. So, we've got one part-time employee, the town clerk, which is herself. All right, so that's Rosemary. So keep in mind, Rosemary's position was part-time. And not only did she take advantage of that and the people in the town by using the town's resources, the building, supplies, everything to run her other businesses, which is illegal, it is corrupt, and she could try and justify it any way she wants and go, or you could try and justify it any way you want and go, well, I think it's okay because she was in the building already. Great, you'd probably get fired. You probably have been fired if you're an individual that thinks it's okay. It's only okay if the employer says it's okay. So if Christian comes to me and says, hey, Jeremy, after work today, can I use your internet? Can I use your laptop? Can I use the office? Can I use all your utilities, the lights and the whole deal? And Christian, if you asked me that and I said, yes, that's what do you think? Is that okay or not okay?
I think it's okay.
Okay, you got permission, right?
Yep.
Okay. How does Rosemary get permission from every resident in the town of Otter Creek? She doesn't. How does she get permission from all of the council members? She doesn't. Does she even get permission from the mayor? She didn't. We know she didn't. And frankly, it wouldn't matter because the mayor can't make that decision for the expenditures for the entire town, whoever the mayor was in 2012. I don't know who it is off the top of my head, but I know it's not okay. So she's goes on to say we have one part-time employee. And we have a maintenance man. I wonder who the maintenance man was at this time. We have a water system operator, an attorney, and an accountant, which are all contract labor. Now, let's stop right there. Contract labor, okay? So what I believe she's trying to state is they are all independent contractors. They're contract labor. Do you realize even in 2012, Rosemary is telling people the town of Otter Creek has no employees. Much like I've been stating over and over again, I have no employees. I have help, just like, for example, Christian, the tank is down, right?
Yep.
Okay, so tank is down. How long did the tank last for you?
An hour and a half.
Okay, so hour and a half, Christian's on the tank. Tank is down. We got the tank on the trailer yesterday. We had to pull the tank with a chain and a truck, hold the trailer back. It was this whole thing that we probably should have actually filmed. And for once in our lives, our idea actually worked. That was nice. Instead of 10 things happening that went wrong, actually the one thing went right. That was great. And then I dropped off the tank, which is the turnaround, the zero-turn mower that we have. I dropped that off at the equipment power repair shop this morning. Do they work for me? No, they're doing work for me. I've contracted them to do work for me the same way I contract Christian to do work for me, Patience to do work for me. And I know right now there are those thinking, does Pepper work for you too? No, she's comic relief. Aren't you, sweetie? You're comic relief, aren't you? And so even Rosemary is stating, listen, they're all contract labor. So in other words, there's no retirement program. Christian, what's your retirement program look like from What the Hales?
Nothing.
Exactly, because you're contract labor. You're an independent contractor. So your retirement is based on what you do. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. Are you investing for your retirement?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so you're doing that all by yourself.
Yep.
Okay, and Patience?
I'm not.
Oh!
I'm doing it for both of us.
You're doing it for everybody?
I guess so.
Okay. So you understand an independent contractor has to take on those responsibilities for themselves. Even as Christian goes, yeah, I am, and Patience goes, no, I'm not. That's their responsibility and their choice. The town of Otter Creek doesn't have to offer that. They're not actual employees, okay? Which I find funny. And then she goes on to say our annual budget is $112,000. Where did the town of Otter Creek come up with $112,000 in 2012? It definitely wasn't from selling water. I have another funny joke for Pepper, without a doubt, okay? Rosemary sends this email to Brent. Brent is the lawyer at that point in time, okay? It's October 3rd. No, wait. No, it's not. It's July 11th, 2012, okay? Now, please follow me because this is funny, all right? Christian, if you got to get up close, do so. Says, hello, Brent. How are you today? I found a typo on Ordinance 03 in the title. ORDINACE. She spelled ordinance wrong. She's writing an email about an ordinance being spelled wrong, and she spelled ordinance wrong. Or hold a second. Or is she trying to say that's the typo? Who types this? Could you reprint that one and bring it with you to the morning meeting next week? Or to the meeting next week? Thanks, Rose. Do you think she's trying to say that's the typo, or do you think she screwed up the spelling there? That's a toughie right there. That's a toughie. It really could go either way. She could be saying that's the typo, or she could have just missed it completely and totally and did another typo in the email. You're gonna love this. There was somebody actually looking to dump in Otter Creek. So June 29th, 2012. Land for purchase in the town of Otter Creek. Okay. Mr. Teal, Midhour and Associates is the engineering record of a new water treatment plant project for the town of Otter Creek in Levy County, Florida. The town is looking at building a new membrane type water treatment plant. As part of this type of water treatment, the membranes produce a concentrate which has to be disposed of on a spray irrigation field. The town is interested in acquiring 30 acres of land, which is near existing facilities. Attaches a map which shows 30 acres cut out of that town that's interested in discussing the purchase of. And it basically, it goes on to say, from Joseph, president of Midhour and Associates. So if you didn't follow that completely, the town's putting up, Otter Creek in 2012 is putting up a brand new water treatment plant, which potentially could be water treatment plant number 2, which I have a video of, but they have to take the byproduct, the concentrate, and they have to remove it for waste, and they don't have anywhere to put it. So they're looking for 30 acres, which is near existing facilities. Guess who the only person in town that truly has 30 acres? I mean, honestly, all within the corporated town. Who has it? Well, right now, it'd be me. Now, it'd be really interesting to see which piece of land they were looking at. And we'll see what Rosemary's response was. And if we go down to the email before, let me see. Right here. So it says property map PDF. So here's the issue with what I'm doing, okay? So everybody understands these 6,000 emails, they came to me in Outlook, all right? So they're in Outlook format. Now, there's not many people who use Outlook anymore in the regular, normal world. I understand businesses will use Outlook for their mail and things along those lines. So even when I tried to open the 6,000 emails in Outlook, it does not, and it did not work. So everything was given to me in an Outlook format. I had to find an Outlook reader program that would decipher it so I could open up all of this. So I am not in Outlook right now. I'm not in Outlook. I'm in, which you can see here, XST Reader. I'm in a reader program. Now, because I'm in a reader program, all the PDFs, all of the attachments, even if I click on Save All Attachments, now it wants to save every attachment in these 6,000 emails into some folder I'll never even be able to find again, and it won't pull those attachments with the actual email. So this is the issue that we're coming across with trying to actually publish the 6,000 emails. Right now, I could print off every single one of these, but I can't print off the map of the 30 acres that they want to put wastewater on. So I want that map. I want the residents to know where they were trying to get property to dump all this wastewater, the byproduct. I want individuals to know that. So what we've done is we've contracted a local business to have them pull everything and try and get it through a reader, try and get it through Outlook, but they've not been successful either. So if you are a viewer and you say, you know what, I know with 100% certainty, I can take those Outlook files and I can translate them, or I can transpose them into a PDF and get every single attachment with the actual email that it goes to as well. And then I can scan it all, and then I can give it back to you, Jeremy, and then you can publish it. We need your help. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, somebody that can actually do that. So what does Rosemary have to say? Nothing, but Jeff Teal says, hi, Melissa. I had a chance to review the document. I know you completed similar with Dow for Fowler's Bluff in 2010, so I assume we can follow the same process. But Rosemary never says anything. As a matter of fact, if I go up through the emails, the next one is from Kathy Hillard, which I don't know why Kathy's sending ridiculous stuff to the town hall, because remember, anything you send, anything you use your personal cell phone, it's now public information. So what's Kathy sending to Rosemary? Be sure to read the diet carefully at the end, the Yaya sisters. If you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it'll always be yours. If it doesn't come back, it wasn't yours to begin with. But if it sits in your living room, messes up your stuff, eats your food, uses your telephone, takes your money, and does not appear to realize that you had set it free, you either married it or you gave birth to it. Christian, does that sound like baby pepper?
I have no idea.
Not yet. Okay. Reasons to smile. Every 7 minutes of every day, someone in aerobics class pulls a hamstring. And they probably fart when they're doing it too. When they're doing downward dog, and then all of a sudden, that would be funny. That probably happens every 5 minutes a day. My mind's not only what wanders, sometimes it leaves me completely. Geez, if that's not Rosemary, I don't know. The nice part about living in a small town, when you don't know what you're doing, someone else always does. Oh my goodness, the way they gossip about what the Hales. Oh, woo! They don't have to gossip. I'm literally, every day I tell them what's going on in my life. They don't have to talk behind my back. I don't talk behind theirs. I put it right out there. Okay, the best way to forget all your troubles is to wear tight shoes. All right. Not going that route. Hey, you hang something in the closet for a while and it shrinks 2 sizes. Just when I was getting used to yesterday, along came today. What in the world is this? Okay. You know, what this is a complete and total waste of time and resources. And remember, Rosemary, as the clerk, is a town resource, and she was not spending it doing her actual job. Need more proof that Rosemary's doing things that she shouldn't be doing? Right here. Receipt for the boat trip, February 2012, to Emily. Hi, Emily, or hello. So sorry for the delay. I did try to reach you by phone after the trip. Receipt is attached. If you require, please call. Thanks, Rosemary. And then right here, Lady Pirate letterhead. All right. Now, if we could actually get somebody to help us to get all of these attachments, we can see exactly what it's there. This is the danger of having somebody like Rosemary in this position. Everything is public information. What she did was wrong. Now, unfortunately, the time to actually prosecute her has lapsed. It's over 10 years now. So she could have been prosecuted. And frankly, I may find things where she still can be prosecuted. But she never, ever, this is same as Don the Con coming into the meetings, recording on his phone, and then leaving with the recording. It's all public information that stays within Town Hall. And here she is doing all of this under Town Clerk, Town of Otter Creek, her phone number, her everything. It's all the town's information. None of this should have ever been happening. None of this should have ever went on. And frankly, in my opinion, this should disqualify any Severino from being a part of the actual council. This is a major conflict of interest because of the corruption has run on so long. And as if that's not all concerning enough, this woman put this town in so much legal liability. For example, here we have Andy Hannison, okay? This is insurance, Rose. We haven't received the renewal paperwork from you. It was sent in June. We need to process the renewal. It's August 9th. It was sent in June. Thanks, Andy. Florida League of Cities, etc. And then Rosemary's response. Andy, is it possible to send it again? I can't locate it. As soon as I have it, I'll complete it and return it to you. Sorry, Rosemary. This is a major issue. Every deadline was never met. This put the town in tremendous amounts of liability that the council didn't know about, the residents didn't know about, yet Rosemary did. And how could she locate anything? It was literally a dump in that office. And who was the person that trained Mary Mathescary? It was Rosemary. Now, not that vindicates what Mary Mathescary did, because what Mary Mathescary did came into an office which was already a dump because of Rosemary, couldn't find anything, couldn't do anything, and never cleaned it up. As a matter of fact, she was probably doing snow angels in all of the dump and all of the mess. As a matter of fact, she contributed more to it. Now, you may be thinking, well, hold a second. It's not Mary's fault that she inherited that dump. Yes, it is. It's her fault. She didn't do anything to it. What happened when Madam Mayor became mayor? Well, Belinda came in. Deanna came in. Madam Mayor Therese came in. They cleaned the dump. You see how easy it is to take responsibility and not play to be a victim? You clean the mess. Same thing I did when I bought the ranch. And there's still garbage all over the ranch that I'm still cleaning years later. You clean the mess. When I bought the school, the outside of the schoolhouse looks incredible compared to what it did look like. The inside looks incredible compared to what it did look like. You don't leave it as it was. You inherit the mess, you fix the mess, you clean the mess. The legal term for the clerk in any town hall or any city, anything larger or even smaller than Otter Creek, is the keeper of the records. That is their job. Ordinances, resolutions, they're the keeper of the records. That's the responsibility. So this is when it blows my mind when she's reaching out to the attorney, Brent. Can you please email the flood ordinance we just adopted, 2012-02? FEMA is asking for a copy of it today. Thanks, Rose. Okay, now hold a second. The attorney is being paid, I'm going to guess, anywhere from $200 to upwards, could be $500 an hour. Now, I'm guessing for the town, there was probably a discounted price of roughly around $200 an hour, where Rosemary is a hourly part-time independent contractor, nowhere near $200 an hour. Rosemary is actually supposed to be, per the charter of Otter Creek, the author of the ordinances, and per the state laws, the keeper of those records and ordinance. Why is the town of Otter Creek paying Rosemary an hourly rate to run Lady Pirate, to run Avon, to run anything and everything else, except doing her real job of keeping the records, and then costing the residents more money by contacting Brent the lawyer and saying, can you get this to me so I can give it to FEMA? We've paid, or they paid, I wasn't a part of it in 2012, they paid Rosemary to keep all those records, create all those records, archive all those records, keep and hold on to all of those records, be able to disperse or disseminate all of those records. And she has to go to the lawyer who's going to charge more money from the people. But Rosemary wants to say, and Don the Con wants to say, they're for the people of Otter Creek. They duped the people of Otter Creek.